Over 54 countries are in Nigeria to participate at the ongoing 34th meeting of the heads of national drug law enforcement agencies in Abuja to deliberate on strategies aimed at clamping down on the global drug trafficking scourge. The President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in the official opening of the convergence, felicitated with delegates, representatives and heads of drug law agencies for the collaborative network against transnational crime. Victoria Agbi reports.
The president, represented by his vice Kashim Shettima, noted that as a moral imperative, it is necessary to prioritize prevention as well as empower the youth to steer young ones from intake of drugs and substance abuse.
And rehabilitation to empower our youth with knowledge and opportunities. We must steer them away from the treacherous path of drug abuse and trafficking, and protect our economy from the consequences of their actions. This administration will continue to provide the necessary support, motivation, and tools for the NDLEA to fulfill its mandate.
In the same vein, the Chairman Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA, Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Marwa, and the country representative, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Oliver Slope, while stating that in the next 7 years, drug use would increase by 40%, and as such, illicit drug trade, which remains the principal source of income from transnational crime, should be mitigated.
Young people are using more drugs than previous generations, and the majority of people being treated for drug use disorders in Africa are under the young age of 35. What is worse, the availability of treatment and other services has not kept pace with these developments.
Drug trafficking and illicit drug production are causing significant damage to the people, the economy, and the environment. The illicit drug economy fuels insecurity. Drug use disorders are negatively impacting public health and eroding nations' overall well-being. Stigma and discrimination hinder access to the necessary support for individuals who use drugs, in particular women and girls. Based on the current drug use prevalence data for Africa, UNODC estimates that drug use disorders could increase by up to 40% in the next 7 years. The heaviest toll will be borne by the youth, with 70% of drug users currently in treatment across Africa being under the age of 35.
The Attorney General of the Federation, represented by the Acting Director of Prosecution at the Office of the Attorney General of the Federal Ministry of Justice in Kiruka Jones-Nebo, opined that to save Nigerians from the scourge of illicit drug trafficking and substance abuse, there is need to address complexities in intelligence sharing and loopholes limiting the arrest of drug cartels in the country. Tracker.
It is of utmost importance that our nations should unite as strongholds against the influence, activities, and continued existence of transnational illicit drug organizations. In addition to our legal efforts, I call upon all participating countries to explore innovative strategies, including the use of cutting-edge technology to combat drug trafficking more effectively. Leveraging data analytics, artificial intelligence, and other advanced tools can significantly enhance our abilities to identify and dismantle drug networks.
With the rising spate of drug-related crimes in the country and Africa at large, the 31st meeting hosted by the NDLEA becomes essential to foster partnership among law enforcement agencies in the region. In Abuja, Victoria Agbi reporting for Kaftan.